NFLX symbol. Let's go and analyze the stock overall with real money accounts, real people invested in these Netflix stocks, and what will happen. As usually, we trade real money, real account. We start with a very brief fundamental analysis and dig deep with the charts, because at the end, our philosophy is that everything is in the charts. You know, the most astute NFLX or Netflix stock traders, Netflix institutional traders all have informations that we as retail traders do not have access to. Okay, so we can break our head all we want about the assumptions of Netflix futures. At the end of the day, the most intelligent people with the most information on Netflix and the stock symbol NFLX will be reflected in your chart. So that's why we like to go deeper in the charts. So quickly on the fundamental analysis that I like and don't like. Okay, again, I love the company, I love what they have done. It doesn't mean that it is going to be going forward a great investment. Okay, so number one, price to earning ratio. If you look at the price to earning ratio on Netflix, we are back like in the 2001 area when we had the go-go internet days, where we had 200, 300, 400, 500p, 266p on Netflix. Next, you can compare that with Amazon, which is pretty high, right? And you see Amazon 213. But look at the competition coming that is more attractive. Apple is coming with a service. So here's Apple, 17p. So 15 times to 20 times better on Apple. You come with AT&T, they just come with the AT&T Watch TV, I'll show you, right? You have a 6p, plus they pay a 6.15% dividend yield on that compared to the Netflix stocks and the NFLX. Okay, so this is one. Number two, quickly, if you analyze what's going on here, is look. Now with the acquisition of Time Warner and AT&T, we have the AT&T Watch TV coming, a new form of streaming is coming. Then you have another one. Apple will reportedly sell streaming video. In addition to that, boom, who is coming to? Disney is coming and Netflix should be scared. Those are all recent articles about Netflix stocks, Netflix, the company, right? When you have a stock and you're invested in Netflix, those are the things that you really want to be aware before we go to charts deep here, okay? So Netflix is going to have to compete against Disney, against Apple, against AT&T, against Amazon, against YouTube Red, against Facebook, against Instagram and TV. So there's a lot of services that are coming and getting a share of this market. Okay, granted that Netflix over the years have been able to reinvent itself intelligently, those are things that when you see Netflix here at a 200 something 60p NFLX, those are things that you don't want to ignore when you think about investing in Netflix stocks or the NFLX in stock. Okay, those are things in your investment, in your analysis that you okay, there's more and more competition coming. Another thing that was interesting is that there was an article on the street, when was that? Today, right? That says that Netflix has no other choice but to up and increase their subscription. Which I find is very interesting, because last time Netflix increased their subscription, what happened to the stock? Boom. Okay? So now I'm going to be going very deep in the stock, in the charts. We're going to use our full pro tool that we use for the retail and the institutional trader to help you navigate Netflix. And we will look also at the options of open interest. So if you look at the stock on Netflix overall, what do we have? We have an intermediary trend up, meaning daily for us, 4 hour, hourly chart on Netflix or the NFLX stocks is doing well. Blue dot for 75% of a continuation of a trend, which means that on your monthly and your weekly, the trend has been clearly up. Look at the MACDs, they are still up. They are still up also above the zero line. So that's positive here. That's positive here, right? So I have two MACDs crossing up. So the stock in terms of trend has been doing very well. But let's take in consideration this. At the beginning of 2017, the stock was at 100. We are now at 400. That's not bueno, guys. That's 4x your money. So Netflix has done extremely well for the past 2 years. We're at about 400. In 2018 alone, look, we started here at about 200. We double. So with all the factors that I've shown you, I'll be a little leery. IP, high competition coming. We have also quadrupled the stock since 2017, doubled the stock in 2018. I mean, what's left here? So I want to do some projections and show you some areas that are going to be very important also before the earnings on Netflix and the stock NFLX. So first, it is stock in a range 370 to the 410. So let me write that for you, 370, 410. After the 410, we looked at open interest, where institutions are piling in the stock, and I'll show you that in an instant. So this, for me, it's a block. I always trade, and we always trade, you know, as a former institutional trader and hedge fund trader, you block your trade. You create a box. Above the box, that caution box, we buy, but we buy to what? That's where I'm going to look at the open interest from the institution and look at the options market. If we sell below the 370, where are we going? We are going towards 280. Okay, so where is the resistance after the 410 if we have good earnings coming for Netflix here? So I want to show you how to look at open interest and on the option chain. So again, we come back to our real money, real accounts. Here, there's all the accounts of one of the 6 brokers that I have accounts to. Okay, trading real money. So it's not just talking about stocks for stock's sake, but if this is helpful, I urge you to subscribe to our channel, give us some likes and your feedback on this video and other how-to videos that we do on the whiteboard as well to help more beginners in options, investing, and creating passive income and think wealth differently. Because when you think about Netflix, you're thinking, okay, this thing has quadrupled, double. Think about this stock differently. So we go here, go to the Netflix option chain, and we want to analyze the stock here in a different way. So we are going to look at the options, 43 days, and we are going to say, okay, we are going to open all the strikes, and we are going to say, okay, where are the institutions selling premium? Usually the astute traders sell premium, okay? We call that option sellers. We suppose that those option sellers are astute and know what they are doing. So if you look here on the option chain, 400, right? Strike price as 6,373 options contract open. So this is why there's a problem here going on at the 400. So I continued this discovery price, right, above the 410. Remember the day trading zones for Pro Tool at the 410. So 410, 400, we know there's a problem. So we're going to the next. And now what's interesting to me is in August, at the end of August, you just saw 400 was a big resistance. But look here on the options interest. If you look on the options that expires in 15 days, which is going to be around the earning release, okay, you see that there's a lot of options interest at the 400. But if I scroll down, look what's going on. We have options interest as well at the 480 and the 450. So I want to mark those 450, 5,000 contract, 3,785 contract at the 480 strikes. And this is going to allow me to say, okay, 400 to 410 is a big resistance by September, August. Okay, we just look at the option interest. But right now, the immediate resistance is 450, 480. Okay, so what does that tell you? That tells you that between 450 and the 500 mark, this is where you should expect big resistance and big sell-off on Netflix. So could they gap up? Could they have great earnings? Yes, but I would be extremely careful between the 450 and the 500 on Netflix, especially the previous high. If you look at the previous high on the charts, right, was 425. If they hold here that head and shoulder above the 400 and the 410, guess what? They go for double top. Double top, you would look at the resistance that we looked on the open interest, the 450 round number, and the 500. It was a 480 really, but I want you to be on that zone. So that zone is extremely important. Otherwise, you are in that box, 410, 370, below room to the 280. And so now, what you essentially did is you have a game plan that is solid regardless of the news, regardless of your bias. You know, you have a caution zone, you have a buy zone, you have a sell zone, and even that buy zone is very cautious because there's a lot of option sellers between the 450 and the 500. So I hope when you think about Netflix stocks or the Netflix NFLS, it is helpful, that this analysis was helpful. Let me know what you think about Netflix, about everything that we talked about. No, but it's always spend more time into doing chart analysis and stock charts on Netflix and any symbols, because everything that needs to be known is already reflected in your tape, in your price, by bigger player, more informed people. Believe me, charts tells you so much more than reading 20 articles on Netflix. It's interesting if you are a shareholder of Netflix to learn about the company, about their growth, about their subscriptions, about their global expansions. But at the end of the day, we don't give 2 cents, because that will be the story. The charts, where the institutions want to move the stock around. And this is a clear, hopefully, game plan and blueprint to help you navigate Netflix for the next few weeks and the next few months, if whether you are a day trader, a trader, or an investor in this company, NFLX or Netflix stock. You take care, everybody. Hopefully that was helpful. As usually, subscribe to our channel, click the bell for more videos like this, right? And or subscribe below this video. There's a description to get our 14-day training challenge absolutely free for 14 days as an ex-hedge fund trader. I will help you not only on Netflix, but think about your analysis in a different way and creating passive income. You stay safe, everybody. Take care.